What up, everybody? Not a movie review, as you can tell by the title. I will have one for you on Monday. Tomorrow is going to be a review of X Defiant. Just going to do a little discussion on that. But today, I'm here to talk about The Last of Us Part 2, specifically the remastered version on the PS5. I did play the first one. I think I have a video of that if you want to watch it. I'm pretty sure I do. And Part 2, I don't think I had this channel up by that time. When I did part one, it was the remastered version. I did have the channel at that time, but when I played the original version on the PS4 part two, didn't have this channel up. Always wanted to make a video of it, but I always got sidelined with, movies. But now since I don't know, these past couple of months have been pretty dry. Haven't been going to the movies much lately. Not much coming out that really interests me. We can chill and talk about some video games. So The Last of Us Part 2, I'm just going to start off and, get everything out of the way. I understand why people don't like this game. I understand why they didn't like the ending. For me, I'm waiting to beat the game. I'm playing it again. I'm playing the remastered version. I paid the $15 just to get like the upgrade. I didn't want to pay the money, but I really wanted to try it, and I think it's worth it. You get a game mode out of it. I'll talk about that later. But I understand why people didn't like the ending. Like I said, I'll see how I feel about it the second time I get to it. First time I played it, I was mixed on it. I was like, really, all of that, and we don't even get to finish Abby off, like really. And then you kind of notice over time there's a lot more layers to the ending than what you see. And that made me appreciate a lot more, but I'm still a bit confused as to why Ellie did it. So maybe on the second playthrough, it will, sit with me more and I'll understand it a bit better. But I understand why people didn't like it. I don't think the game is bad. A lot of people were, threatening Naughty Dog because they didn't like the character of Abby, which I think is just ridiculous. You guys need to get a life. The whole Abby and Ellie thing didn't piss me off. I did feel like we spent a bit too much time as Abby, but I really did appreciate the fact that Naughty Dog, instead of pulling like a Walking Dead and it's just all zombies, we do have an actual human villain. And I didn't mind playing as her because they were really trying to put us in her shoes, literally. And for me, for like the most part, it worked. I felt like there was a few sections they could have taken out, like especially when you meet the two little kids. That went on for way too long. They could have trimmed it down, made the game a bit shorter, but whatever. Other than that, I actually like her character. I like her revenge story. It's sweet, it's simple, it's nothing complicated. She's just getting revenge on Joel for, murdering her dad in the first game. I thought that was cool how it tied in together because I remember playing this back when it came out. I'm like, what are they going to do? Is there going to be a villain? Is there just going to be zombies the whole time? I had no idea. The first one didn't really have a villain. I guess the scientists were the villains. And this one, it's Abby and all of her friends. And then, the big killing spree with Ellie happens. And it's just fucking crazy. The reason why I wanted to talk about this game, so I'm jumping around a lot. I really like the emotion in this game. It is some of the best, if not, it is up there with me. I'm stuck between this and Red Dead for just, pure emotion and cutscenes and such a good story. Characters that we really do care about. I think this game just pulls it off beautifully, especially with the remastered version. These facial animations, you can tell they didn't like completely redo it. They obviously didn't get everyone back in the studio, but it looks so good, man. You can see just I'm not a huge sucker for facial expressions, but in a game like this where it's so focused on the cutscenes, it just immerses you so much. I really enjoy just the chemistry between Joel and Ellie, I felt like we got a lot more here, even though Joel does die. We get a lot of flashbacks with them. Not saying the first game isn't good. I love the first game. I think it's a great game. To me, it was never a masterpiece. To me, I always thought there was a lot of boring parts to the first game, honestly, and there is boring parts in the second one too. Naughty Dog did that with Uncharted as well. There's just sections that you want to push through and just get on with the game. This game didn't have as much of that like the first one to me. I felt like there was just so much moving objects and ladders and blah blah blah. And I get it, it's a survival game, but it just slows down the game so much. You do get that in the second one, but I don't find it as frequent. And like I said, I think the scenes with Joel and Ellie are just better here. I feel the emotion more. The first game, we were still kind of getting to know them, like it was only the first game, and the game kind of ended off on, I wouldn't really say a cliffhanger, but you don't know if they're gonna make a second one or not. So it just really, like, I don't know, the first one I was like, I like these characters, but still haven't really spent enough time with them. And it's just the way they do the game. They want you to care about them. It's why this game is so cinematic. But the first one definitely has its moments. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. To me, it's like almost perfect, but I just think the second one hits harder emotion wise, chemistry wise. Characters are better, more developed. We've already had time with them. We've had a whole game to spend with them. And they just grow on you more, and you really feel like you're with them on this journey. The kills, the stealth kills, the zombies, the clickers, everything. If you have a Pulse 3D headset like I do, definitely play it with your headset on, because just the small details of the zombies makes this game so terrifying to play. They also did add a game mode called something war, ground war. I can't remember what it's called. That's Call of Duty. Anyways, it's just all the characters in the game. You get to play as them, and they all have like 6 or 7 different. I think it's called Left Behind. No, Left Behind was on the first one. This is bugging me now, but they're basically just, you have like 7 different maps, and you're just taking down waves of enemies, and then it eventually ends, and then you move on to the next one. There was a multiplayer, which I really enjoyed in the first one. They didn't add one for part 2, which I was really disappointed. But they did add this, and this is good enough for me. Like, at least it's something. I can get a lot of trophies out of it. I can, it'll take time to beat these missions. It's not just a one and done thing. There's a lot of ways you can encounter them. You can be stealthy, you should go guns blazing, and it gets harder and harder as you go. And there's like, 8-10 characters you can play through with 7 different maps, 8 different maps. So you get a decent amount of value out of it. And I think that's why they charge the extra $15. I could be wrong, but that was kind of stupid. I thought that was a bit bullshit that I had to do that, but I paid $90 or $80 for the PS4 game when it came out, like during COVID or right before. So I think it's worth it. I think I'll get a lot of replayability out of it. Some people might find it boring, and I'm with you guys. I'm pissed there's not a new online. I think it would rock with the engine in part 2. It's just so new. It would feel so much better. But apparently Naughty Dog was making an online game for The Last of Us, and we would be paying for that, and we can play online, and that's the whole game, no story mode. Just multiplayer. And I was kind of looking forward to it, and then I'm pretty sure they scrapped it. I don't know why. But overall, The Last of Us Part 2, the gameplay is so much better than the first one. Character moments, way better. The game is a bit longer, but there's just so much more depth and character development that we don't get in the first one. Way better scenes between Joel and Ellie, in my opinion. I think this is one of the best sequels in just entertainment history. this is really a movie too as well. You're watching a lot of cutscenes, but it doesn't bug me because for the most part they're very entertaining. And there's so many good emotional moments while also having a lot of heart, a lot of fun, and some really, really disturbing scenes that I don't want to ruin. I've already said, pretty much a lot of them, but there's a few execution scenes that if you have not played this game and you played the first one and you just heard that it's bad, please go out, support it, buy it. It's way better than the TV show. That's pretty much the review. I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Gonna be playing a bit of X Fight. I'm moving next weekend. Got a lot of packing to do. So hopefully I'll get a good gameplay session in. And I'll let you guys know what I think about it and if I'll keep playing it. Because I need something. I can only play so much Call of Duty, man. I haven't played COD in like 6 months almost now. So hopefully a new Halo will come out. That'd be nice. Thank you guys for watching the review. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.